y'all. Good morning, good morning. It is, what is it? Wednesday morning. Look, y'all, Zach got a ride. That boy got a damn ride. I can't believe it. I'm so happy for him. Check it out, man. And any of y'all haters want to act stupid, we got a place for you. Right here. Right here. So yeah, man, so he's set for the summer. He ought to be good to go for the whole summer, man. Nice. It is clean now.
I got Kenwood stereo.
It is clean. Got a Kenwood stereo in it. It is a V8, but you know.
I think
What'd you give for it?
$2,500.
$2,500 for it, y'all. It don't look bad at all.
170,000 miles.
He said the only little thing that might be wrong with it is the alignment or the struts on one side. But that is not a big deal, really, dude. You know?
Barely fit for him.
I mean, dude, you'll be able to pay for this car, and I mean, this car will be paid off in no time. So, yeah, man, I'm happy for him, y'all. So, all y'all folks that didn't think he was gonna do it, I knew he would. I believed in the Zach attack, y'all. Hey, Zach, you know where to go, right? We'll see you. I'll see you over there at Betty Joe's. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty sweet, man. He's headed over there to the first one, and I'm gonna meet him on the third one. I got one I'm gonna go do, and he's gonna do one, and I'm gonna do one, and we're gonna meet on the third one, and then we got the fourth one going too. So yeah, the shop table's coming together pretty good. So y'all see these holes on the table? These holes are drilled all the way through the plywood. Now what I'm gonna do, and the only reason I did that is so I could mark the plywood on where the bolt heads are gonna come out. And I didn't go buy bolts or anything. I got all this stuff that I've just accumulated that I'm using, just things like, so what I'm gonna do is on the bottom of this right here. Let me set this down real quick. So on the bottom of this, on the other side, I'm gonna weld this right here like that, right? And I'm gonna have we're gonna have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of these. And y'all see I got a whole box of them. Where'd you get that box of bolts from, Ray? Well, I got that box of bolts from last year when we tore down a playground. And I took the slide apart. You guys were telling me the slide was worth something, and I didn't know it was, and I destroyed the slide. Well, the best thing I got was all them bolts off the slide. And I got about 100 of them, man. So, yeah, y'all. But other than that, yeah, it's freaking cold, man. That thing looks like it's sitting kind of funny, don't it? It looks like it's... But yeah. But that's basically what I'm gonna do here. And the reason I went on and drilled the holes is so you can see the holes. You know how hard it would be to drill holes into this and weld studs onto this and then line the holes up with the table without doing it like this. It would be hard for me. So if it was 2 holes, it'd be different, but 15 holes, well, it's got to be sitting in the right spot. I do not want any bolt heads on top of the table when it's all done. These little bitty holes that you see, I will just touch them with the welder and grind them with my, just like I did right here. But the table's not nearly as dirty anymore, look. Remember how nasty it was when I first got it? So the WD-40 did work. I'm stoked about this, man. I know that, you know, a lot of people, well, man, Ray, it's just a freaking table. Well, this is a pretty big deal. So I got a big boy vise down in the garage that I'm gonna mount to. So I got to figure out some kind of way to run some more support here, because when you look at this thing, the only thing that's really supporting this right now, I mean, you know, I'm not a rock scientist, but this is my thing. This is what I'm seeing. The only thing that's really supporting this are these metal things right here. This vertical right here is not on nothing. So if you put a bunch of weight on here, that could be a problem. So in order to make up for that, what I'm gonna do, y'all know I got the 4x4s and all back there behind the Ferris. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna come right along in here, right above these casters where my foot is, with a vertical 4x4, right? And we're gonna bolt it, we're gonna set it on top of this, right? And then we're gonna bolt it to this. And we're gonna do that 1, 2, 3, 4. And by doing that, what'll happen is if this ever fails, and it can, because dude, there's nothing holding that up, and all the weight of the table, other than, you know, all the weight of the table, other than the area from right here, y'all see, to right here, all that weight is on these corner posts. It's a good design, you know, if you're, you know, if you don't have casters on there. But there's no way I could fasten the casters to the bottom of a 2x4. I would have gonna have to do a lot of stuff. I was gonna have to probably undo this metal bracket and all, and I wasn't willing to do all that because the table's solidly built. So, you know, yeah. And there's a lot that I can do with this other piece of steel. I can cut it in half and make a whole another table out of it. And I may do that. There's just so many ideas and so many things that I can do out here with this new space I got that, well, the sky's the limit, man. And I got to spend some time over here on the Omni board, and I will, because I'm gonna get all this stuff off these tables right here, yeah. But next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be picking this metal piece back up, and then what I'll do is I will drill out all 15 holes under here. I'll drill them out where they're bigger, where they will accommodate one of those nuts and bolts that I got. And I just need them to accommodate that and a little bit bigger than that. Just you know, and that's going to be sweet. So then that's going to go through the, see, this is the, it's going to go through that, right? And then it's also going to go through a piece of steel acting as a washer, if you will. And this is just a speed square just to show you the thickness of the steel. So you're going to pretty much be where you got that. You got that, and then you're going to come under that, like that, and a piece of steel, maybe not quite this thick, is going to act as my washer. I may just buy regular washers. I don't know. I got a bunch of washers in here, you know, but I had really rather on the bottom of this right here, and it's really way overkill. You know, I mean, it would take a lot to rip this tabletop off. And I, you know, the main reason why I want to bolt it all down is because I don't want it moving at all. And it also will hold it flat, because you can see there's, you know, you gotta, you know, pull it down and all. And then once I use the table for a while, I love it, man. I have always wanted one like this, y'all. And just the mere fact that, you know, see, I rounded the edges, you know, and I can always go a little bit better than that, but that's pretty good. Yeah. And see, on a table like this, you see the space right here, and right from right here to the end of the metal there. See, I can clamp the welding clamp onto that. you could actually literally just put the welder on the table right here and just leave it on there. And the plasma cutter, because this is where you're gonna be doing all of that. And you know, at some point I may cover the bottom piece too. Because if you use this table for a lot of metal cutting, and especially with the plasma cutter, you'll catch some shit on fire, man. The plasma cutter don't play, man. The plasma cutter is no joke. It's violent. But I don't know how anybody else would fasten this down. It's got to be fastened down, and it can't be fastened down just, you know, I know 15 bolts across there is overkill. But see, I can do overkill because I ain't paid nothing for the bolts. Matter of fact, I got paid to get those bolts. Because I got paid to haul off the slide. And y'all remember the blue slide that I took down? Me and Zach did a job over there on the $1 Million Street. So, you know, it's overkill, but I can afford to do overkill because I'm not having to pay for nothing, just my time. And when I do stuff just about in anything that I do, it's always overkill, especially when it comes to structural type stuff that I gotta live with and I gotta deal with. Like the shop walls, dude, that's badass, man. And the more I think about what it took to do that and the thinking behind that, I gotta say, I gotta yank my own damn string. That's badass. Because see, now when I back the man lift up, you see, I'm not gonna hit anything back there. And it's easy when you're backing the man lift up because the man lift is really long. And y'all see, I still got one of those things dripping. I think it's another one that I didn't replace. I think all of those things are gonna need replacing. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna call JLG, but all the ones that I replaced are not leaking. You see, that little leak right there is nothing compared to that, right? So, update on the Ferris. I've had a couple people call me, one guy from North Carolina, another guy from South Carolina, asked me, you know, if I'd bring it up there, and I said no. I told him as far as I would maybe bring it is to Atlanta, and I don't even want to do that, and good thing he ain't texting me back. So, yeah. Just another thing that I got to do when I get time is I got to address the leak on the Bobcat. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I just haven't really felt like it, you know, with everything that we got going on over here, you know. I just haven't addressed it, man. I'm probably going to go on and grab the aerator and throw it on the trailer. Because I'm taking the aerator over to the bamboo site, and we're going to aerate part of the yard over there. So, yeah, inside the fence there.